We're discussing the implications of a Supreme Court order that came day before yesterday, talking about the implications of Armed Forces Special Powers Act and an impunity. It possibly ended in impunity that army personnel enjoyed in the areas where the AFSPA was in place. One of which was Manipur. The case deals with the disappearance and alleged fake encounter of 1,528 civilians. Bharat, what do you think are the key takeaways from the order that Supreme Court passed the day before?
Every death that is caused by the army will have to be proved. That is, it doesn't matter who that person is. If in a disturbed area the army kills even a dreaded criminal or a terrorist or a militant or an insurgent, that death would have to be proved. And if the inquiry finds that the person killed by the army in a disturbed area was an enemy, even then excessive force cannot be used, excessive retaliatory force cannot be used. The court said that you cannot use a sledgehammer to kill a fly, so that kind of force cannot be used. It also says that all cases of alleged fake encounters can be taken to a normal court, a criminal court, that these cases will not be decided by a court martial or a military court. Earlier, if you had to take these cases to a civilian court, a criminal court, you had to take the permission of the central government.
Right.
The court has said that this permission would no longer be required. What it does, most importantly, is takes away the immunity of individual army personnel from committing these murders or killings or deaths.
Right.
They are accountable and they will be held accountable through criminal trials if need be.
One question which obviously will pop up in a while is that what will this order mean for other places where Armed Forces Special Powers Act is in force? Kashmir is one example. There are other instances also where Manipur has seen it for the last 60 years. You think this will possibly have implications on other places also?
Absolutely. The Supreme Court it adjudicates on constitutional issues, and this order applies across India wherever the Armed Forces Special Powers Act is being used. So whether it is Kashmir, Manipur, Nagaland, Assam, whichever part of India uses Armed Forces Special Powers Act, this will be held as a precedent and this order would be enforced.
While the order specifically did not deal with just the Armed Forces Special Powers Act per se, it was to deal with the disappearances and alleged fake encounters of so many people. But this could be seen as the first clear criticism by the highest court in India. And we've seen, for instance, police officials recently, one police official recently admitted to killing a person in cold blood. More admissions and more as trial happens, we could possibly see more of such things being unearthed. Do you think, what implications could it have on the establishment, on the thought of how ASPA should be enforced and how ASPA as an act is?
So let's not confuse police action with military action. Armed Forces Special Powers Act does not give immunity to the police force. That's a civilian force, they can be taken to criminal court. So the case you are referring to of Manipur policeman saying that I apprehended an unarmed militant and shot him in cold blood on the orders of my officers can be directly taken to court because that person's civil rights were not abridged by any act of the government. However, when it comes to the army, what the court has done now is if the army is operating under the Armed Forces Special Powers Act, there will be no suspension of the civil liberties of the citizen. The citizen's human rights will remain intact and any violation of those rights would be justiciable, you'll be able to take it to court.
So that was it from our side for now. Keep tuning into Catch for more videos, more updates and more detailed analysis of events as they unfold.